Hey guys, Alex from Scimitar Films back again with Demon Slayer. Last time around we had letting someone else go first. So yeah, we had some more bonding, I guess, between Tanjiro and Inosuke, and it eventually led to Tanjiro and Inosuke finding the spider demon and Tanjiro killing her, but because she had been abused by her demon husband, she was quite willing to accept death, and Tanjiro killed her very gently. So yeah. And now, well, I mean, there's the rest of the family we gotta deal with, so yeah. Also, Zenitsu is off somewhere being useless. That's basically it. Anyway, like always, the reaction is down in the description and in the pinned comment for your viewing pleasure. So let's go ahead and jump right into this episode of Demon Slayer. Here we go. Every time I doubt Zenitsu, here he comes again. All right, that was better. That was a little bit better. It's essentially you gotta wait until he falls asleep, but maybe he'll get to the point where he can do both, or he knows what the fuck he's doing. I don't know. But hey, I'm glad to get more of his backstory, you know? I thought that was interesting. Because, yeah, when you first hear about it, it's like, oh, okay, so this woman, like, scammed him, and then this demon slayer took him on and stuff. But it's actually better than that. The demon slayer that took him on, that was a good thing for his life, honestly. And, yeah, he found someone who cares about him, someone who will push him to keep going. And I like that, you know, I gotta keep going. I can't give up, or Gramps will be pissed. He won't let me, you know? So that was good. I really, really enjoyed that. I am so glad that Spider Brother didn't go any further. Ugh, I hate it. It reminds me, especially the little ones, it reminds me of Toy Story, the original Toy Story, where when you see Sid's toys, and there's just a friggin' creepy baby head on a spider body, mechanical spider body. Oh, I hate it so much. I hope nobody's arachnophobic. I mean, I guess they're not watching these episodes, but there's a lot of spider stuff going around. But yeah, that definitely reminds me of there's just something so unsettling about a human head on a spider's body, you know? Which is, I mean, it's also kind of odd because, yeah, I'm a Zelda guy too, and, you know, Skulltula's, you know, the Skulltula house in Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, you know? Like, that is a thing, but I don't know, there's just something about this, it's just, ugh. I just hate it so much, you know? I guess they're kind of doofier in Zelda, though. Like, this is absolutely horrifying. So yeah, I'm glad that was resolved in one episode. So we don't have to deal with that guy anymore. It's just absolutely terrifying. And it is also interesting, just the differences of demons, you know? Because we've talked about, like, you know, you'll have some demons that look like friggin' monsters. But then you have Kibutsuji himself, who's just a guy, you know, is Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson's not really monstrous. I don't know. I mean, the way he handles his crotch can be monstrous. That can be taken in too many different lights, unfortunately. I was just trying to reference his dance moves. Anyway, but even, like, within this, like, demon family or whatever, like, they're also, like, very different. Like, the mom, the brother that sounds like Josuke, and the I guess sister there, they all look pretty normal. Granted, they're very pale and kind of stylized, but they all look pretty normal. But then you got the one brother who's just a head on a giant spider body, and then now you have the dad who, I mean, the dad is, you know, he's just a big guy, but he's got like this crazy spider face, you know? So, which, speaking of people today, that was a terrible segue into, I'm going to look up, I'm pretty positive that was Richard Epcar the voice of Old Man Joseph Joestar and Bobo as Zenitsu's master, but I'm gonna look it up to confirm. But yeah, but I still enjoyed that, the sort of, don't give up. I mean, he was a good master, and you can definitely tell like he's a kind of, I don't want to say like Master Roshi-esque master, but I mean just the first comparison that pops into my mind. But it's always interesting to see like masters in some of these things, because like there's always the one arrogant pupil, there's always like the one arrogant pupil that is just like, oh, this is a high honor and you shouldn't be doing this and blah 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 and you're weak and you're terrible. So yeah, so that's interesting. It's interesting they also didn't show that guy's face, It's interesting they never showed that guy's face, but it kind of makes me think, like, are we going to get him later? I don't know. Okay, so I guess I was wrong. John DeMita. Okay. Well, excuse me. I was completely wrong. But I was close. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure as Cars. Okay, so I was wrong. You know what? Okay, I can hear that a bit. Now that we know, yeah, I can hear that a bit. Well, that's cool. I don't think I've seen Cars in anything else. I don't watch Bleach, where he plays Bulbous G. I don't even know what the hell that means. So, alright. Okay, so I was wrong, but I was close. It was another JoJo actor, at least. So that's always fun. Okay, so, excuse me. Anyway. But that was really interesting. Just the whole thing of, because that is an interesting thing when you see Zenitsu just kind of losing it all the time, and it's like, well, you got through final selection, if you were gonna die, it would have been in final selection. So surely there's something here. There's something to you that works, that works as a demon slayer, but then it's just like, but he just keeps losing his confidence, But I mean, he does still have, he has some of it in there. I mean, we had him, defending Nezuko at all costs from Inosuke. That was a really good moment. And now, I like that, it took him a little bit. But, I think, yes, he was, asleep, basically. He was asleep, basically, when he fought here. But it is a thing of, like, he is kind of conscious, I mean, at the very least, he's dreaming and he's thinking about, his master and the whole thing, don't quit, don't give up, and all this stuff. So that was really good. And honestly, I really enjoy the animation on this, The animation on Zenitsu taking out that spider demon was so good, And it's also interesting how they say he's only mastered the first form of thunder breathing, And it's also interesting that I guess he was just learning thunder breathing and also got hit by lightning. That's just, that's just a bonus, basically. But yeah, but that's an interesting thing too, because this episode, what's it called? This episode is called You Must Master a Single Thing, And it's true. It is probably better to master one thing than to do 6 things mediocre, So I do actually like that it's like, hey, you have made progress. You have done good here. You did master a single thing, And that is something, and that is a powerful technique. Now, yes, would it be good if he mastered the rest of them? Yes, and I would imagine as the show goes on, he will start. I mean, unless he sticks to the first form, which would be impressive, but I would imagine he's going to start trying. I mean, I don't know. I guess he first needs to be more conscious about when he fights, But yeah, but he has mastered the first form, and even though he wants to give up, his master's words are still drilled into his head, That even while he's sitting there, laying there dying, he can't give up. He just cannot give up, and he's using the breathing technique in order to slow the poison. And hopefully Chutaro is going to go is going to go get somebody to help him, to get him some kind of antidote, you know? But yeah, so that stuff is really, really interesting. And then we got the father coming in, which is interesting because we haven't had the other son yet. Like, I kind of figured we'd go through all the children and then end with the father, you know? So, I don't know, but guess not. We're just gonna go. And yeah, we also had that moment where Tanjiro tried to cut his arm off. Now, I'm curious, I'm basically curious if that's going to work, because honestly, it just kind of looked like, it looked like it didn't work, but I was thinking like, well, are they just not showing it because, you know, they're trying to do the cliffhanger or not? So, I don't know, but I would imagine it's not that easy to cut this dude's arm off, you know? Because this is a member of the 12 Kizuki. Like, this dude is strong, you know? At least, I guess we don't know. That would actually be an interesting twist, because, well, I guess, I don't know. We haven't seen any of their eyes. Are any of them, you know, who's the actual member of the 12 Kizuki there, you know? I also did just really like that pocket watch. Can we just mention that? Because the number 12 is on my mind now. But I really like that watch. I assume, because it was still set up as, you know, a standard 12-hour clock. But I assume instead of just having the, you know, standard numbers there, the standard digits, I assume all of that was the kanji for the different numbers, you know? So it'd basically be like if I had a pocket watch that was basically, you know, it wrote out 1, you know, ONE, and then 2, TWO, you know, if they wrote it out. I assume that's what it is that it's just a pocket watch with kanji on it. And that's actually really cool. I've never seen something like that. So yeah, just a little side note. I just kind of like that. But yeah, really, really interesting stuff, and I'm excited to see where we are going next time. But that is basically it. With all that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist for all of my Demon Slayer reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.